Hi and welcome. I'm Robyn from your retreat, and today's practice is going to be a culmination of moving through the chakras from the root to the throat. So we'll be starting at the base, stabilizing needs, and then bringing up through to your sacral, into the pelvis for our sense of creativity, and moving through that fertility and things that we want to bring alive. Then we're going to jump up to the heart and come into our space where we can be ourselves and feel our love and appreciation, and then all the way through to the throat where you can allow yourself to express creatively the things that you want to do with strength and conviction. So for this practice today, I suggest grabbing a blanket. If you've got one that's like mine, a little bit thicker, then great. If not, any blanket you can find or a towel would be perfect. So if you don't have that already, then go ahead and grab that now, and I'll meet you back here in a second. So we're going to begin the practice with our meditation and mantra, Om Namah Shivaya, I embrace the power of change. So you're welcome to join in with me for the mantra, or you can lay down and let the mantra wash over you. So just allow yourself to be comfortable. If you're sitting, you may want to roll the edge of your blanket and sit it underneath your hips. And once you arrive in your position of comfort, then just gently close down the eyes and start with a few deep inhales and exhales. Just allowing the body to relax here, drawing the attention inward, away from anything that is happening outside of you right now. And inhaling for the mantra, Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Om Namah Shivaya. Big exhale out of all the air. Squeeze the belly back. And then inhale. I embrace the power of change. Now we begin just with our settling of the body in meditation. So if you are seated and prefer to lay down, then just transition over to that space now, onto your back, allowing the back to be comfortable, the legs to be long. And begin with listening to the sounds around us, the sounds outside of your space. Moving from sound to sound without labeling the source. Now move those sounds closer to you and listen to the sound of your breath. Feel your inhale going in through the nose, down your throat, into your belly, expanding the belly and chest, lifting them up. And as you exhale, squeezing the belly, gently pushing out the air as the lungs deflate. Inhaling deeply. Filling up with this brand new energy. And then as you exhale, you're pushing out all that stagnation in the body, in the lungs. If it's the morning, the stagnation from the sleep. If it's the evening, it's the stagnation from the day. Wherever you are in between. Pulling up to capacity and then gently exhaling out, completely emptying. Taking one last big inhale. And exhale and allow the breath to empty completely here. And then returning back to your natural breath. And bring your attention to the mind's eye, the space between the eyebrows. Allow that space to soften physically across the forehead, into the eyes and eyeballs. Maybe there's a little sensation that comes in between the eyeballs. And imagine that someone's pulled a plug at the back of your neck and it empties out all the thoughts down your spine and into the ground below us. This sense of emptying out brings lightness to our head, to our face. Everything drains away, down the spine, into the ground below. And here we take a moment to set intention for ourselves for the practice. Once the intention is set, we bring it big and bold and bright into the center of our mind. And then let it fade. And then take a big inhale, gently opening the eyes. And then if you're laying down, just bring yourself up to seated. So from here, we're going to go into the first pose, which is the broken toe pose. So start on hands and knees. So you're feeling that you're pushing the floor away with the hands and knees, and you want to tuck your toes at the back. And then we lean into the toes gently, allowing ourselves to come back, feeling into the pressure of the toes, and then come forward. So just a few times here, feeling that waking up of the toes. Now from here, you have the option just to stay on hands and knees. If you like today, you can walk back and sit a little bit higher. Anywhere in between sitting on the heels and leaning forward is fine. And we just want to close the eyes, closing down the eyes and feeling into the feet, into the toes, touching the ground. In this space, we want to draw the energy up from the earth, through our toes, and into the root chakra at the base of the pelvis. Just waking it up, that connection with the ground, our sense of stability and safety, that we know all our needs are met. Feel into that connection, inhaling deeply. And then exhaling, Inhale, all my needs are met here. And then gently open eyes, exhale, walk forward, lean forward and untuck your toes, placing the toes gently down, open up the knees, send your hips back, child's pose here. And just wave the body side to side, feeling into your lower back, your sacrum, into the base. Taking some nice deep breaths. And now settle into stillness, reach the arms forward, send the hips back, and imagine that you're crawling up your mat. So your hands are lengthening and your arms are long, and you feel the stretch from your fingertips all the way down to your hips. And then move it over to the left side, walking over, send the right hip and right heel together. Open up the side body, and that lower back opening a little as the hips and the heels reach towards each other. Let's inhale and move back through the center, reaching forward again, lengthening through the fingertips all the way back. And then over to the other side, right side, left hip, left heel together. Big inhale here. And then exhale, last time, reach forward. And slowly coming back up. Tabletop, hands and knees position. And allowing yourself just to move gently, side to side, all around, loosen up the body. And then coming back to sit on your heels. Or if this is uncomfortable, you can go to another seated position. We're just going to do some arm stretches as we lengthen up. And then drop one hand down to the floor, other hand over the head, big stretch. And just circle through the arm. So you're pushing down through your base. The upper body feels open and flexible as the lower body reaches down towards the ground. So we feel stable through our base and comfortable, but able to go with the flow. Inhale it up and exhale over to the other side. Nice big circle through the arm and bring it back over your head. And then gently back down again, and then rotate through the shoulders. And then slowly make your way up to standing. So we stand up and we allow ourselves to get into about a hip width apart here with the feet. So we want to keep the knees nice and soft. We're going to inhale, lift our arms up above us. And then from the knees, you're bending and hinging forward. And allow ourselves to dangle upside down. So as you dangle here, let your chin come towards your chest. Let yourself soften into your knees. Maybe you bend a little more. Maybe you swing side to side. And exhale out. And bringing the body up and opening the feet out wide. We come down for a halfway squat. So hands on the legs, squat the body down, let the pelvis drop. This is where we're pushing into our feet, the sense of stability and safety through the feet, but our root moves towards the floor. So take a breath here, lift up, push into your legs, and slowly coming up to standing, bring the feet back to that hip width. Then inhale the arms up, lift up. Hinge through the knees, softening, coming down again. Big exhale. Dangling the body, allowing the feet to connect down, pulling up that energy again through the feet, through the legs into your base, and being flexible through the upper body. One more breath. And And as you exhale, gently move the hands up the legs, opening the feet out wide. Now, option to come back to here, or if you like, you can go down a little further, as further down as you prefer, and you can have your hands either on your legs or in this prayer position. And we want to feel the pelvis dropping towards the floor. It is that sense that the root is moving towards the floor and we're stable and comfortable in any discomfort that we can face in life. We are grounded and ready to go. So take one more breath in. And then exhale, releasing the hands. If they're close to the floor, you can push yourself up or just gently moving through to standing. And coming all the way up, reach the arms up and bringing them down onto your back and just gently pushing the hips forward a little and then hinging forward a little bit halfway. And let's just do another one of those. Release and then hinge, softening in the knees and all the way back up. And we want to come up to the top of the mat. And as we're here, we bring ourselves into mountain pose, allowing ourselves to be completely evenly weighted through the feet. So you're standing up here. You inhale the arms forward and up and reach. Send the gaze up, lifting. Then exhale, come down, softening through the knees. Move through to a halfway lift, looking forward. And then exhale down. And then slide the right leg back, coming into a low lunge here. Now allowing yourself just to lean into this a little, adjust the back knee slightly, and then pull the hips back, and then bring them forward. So we're just shifting through our base here, allowing a little bit more opening through the legs. And now gently walk it back a little, fingertips touching the ground here. And then allowing yourself, maybe even with more of a bent knee, depending on how you're feeling today. If you're feeling like you want to straighten that leg more, then turn that the toes pull up and straighten, pulling back. And then walk yourself forward again, back to your lunge, and allow yourself a moment here just to let the hips settle. And then step it through, tabletop position, pushing into the hands and taking your first downward dog, lifting up. Take a breath, let it exhale. Bending into the knees, pushing into the hands, lengthening the spine, and then let the legs straighten a little more again. So just bend in again, and then straighten. One more breath, just adjusting yourself in the dog, getting comfortable, allowing the legs to lengthen and the head to drop. And send the gaze in between the hands. Let's bring the knee towards the nose and step on through to the low lunge on the opposite side. So we're moving the hips back and forward again, loosening up through here. Back and forth. And then you can bring yourself walking back. Now remembering you can be here, you could be back further. Doesn't matter as long as the stretch is nice through this back of the leg. It's feeling good. Now to intensify, we want to pull the toes back a little. We take a breath in, let it stretch, and then exhale, slowly walk forward. And then stepping through tabletop, back to your downward dog. And we're into the downward dog again, and here we're just going to lift the heels up and then place them down. Lifting the heels up, placing them down. Again, this connection with the floor, the stability that it provides, and the strength we have up through the legs into our base. These are where all our needs are met. Big exhale, let it settle. And then slowly look in between the palms. Let's walk ourselves forward to the top of the mat, into the forward fold, through to your halfway lift, folding it down and starting to roll up, pushing into your feet, stacking it all the way up. Arms coming forward and up here, looking up, reaching up, and then let the hands come back down. And just roll the shoulders. Okay. Now staying at the top of the mat, we're going to go around the world. So starting here, just bring the hands onto the hips and the focus is on your feet and their connection with the mat. So we want to lift up the right leg, find your point of balance, that's that horizon line in front of your eyes, and send that right leg back. Toes point out to the edge a little bit and bend into the front knee. Feel that connection of the feet through the ground, the strength of the legs, and the opening of the hips. We take an inhale here, lengthen up through the crown of the head, and then lift the back leg, bring it forward again, hover and hold, and then exhale that leg back through. Moving into this position, foot turning out to the side, hands on the waist, lengthening, maybe send the gaze up, hugging the thighs towards each other, and then turn to the side of the mat, allowing the knees to bend and lengthening up through the crown of your head, feeling strong and long. Inhale. Exhale, turn your gaze to the back of the mat and let yourself sink into this, pivoting the feet around. So you have the back foot turning out, front foot here, and you're adjusting yourself so that you can be in a line here and open up this hip. Again, lengthening, look at your horizon, coming down. And the back foot swings towards the front. I can't look at that camera while I'm doing that.
Okay, just like gaze over here because your lats are really tight, so your top of your head is already in the top of the frame. So, yeah. So just gaze kind of in the middle of both of the cameras. It's okay, it still looks fine forward on. I just want to let you know.
Okay, I lost my balance.
Yeah.
It's all right. So send your gaze forward here and allow yourself just to look into the horizon line right in front of your eyes. Hands are on the hips, and you sink down. Maybe the head drops back a little. And then we inhale and allow ourselves to lift the back leg up. So find your way lifting up, sending the gaze forward, and then exhale it back. Leaning into it, dropping the head back a little. And then you bring your leg back up, place it down, give the hands a little bit of a shake, and then change your legs over, lifting up the right leg, find your horizon. Send that leg back, turn the foot out, coming into the lunge, and then moving to the back of the mat, the other side of the mat. And we come down, letting the hips sink. Hands are on the hips. Take a breath in, let it hover. And then turn back to the front of the mat. Pivot around your mat. Bending in to that front knee. Back foot turns towards the edge slightly. Let the body sink down. Let the knees and the hips go together with the foot. So we are allowing ourselves to move freely, but with our own control and stability. One more breath. And then bring that back leg forward, lift it up, hover and hold, and exhale it back. Placing it down, find your horizon line in front of you, feel the gaze, feel the strength, and then lift it up again, coming up. Then back down, release the hand, rotate through the wrists and the fingers and bring them up above your head. And let's just do a little forward fold here, bending through the knees, through the elbows. Come to a halfway lift, hands on the legs. Fold it down and roll it up. Arms up. Now this time you have the option of keeping the hands in prayer at the chest or wrapping them around your back. Do you feel like you need to draw things in, or do you want to be more open to the world? So you pick whichever one feels good. I'm going to go hands in prayer. So let's lift up the right leg, hover and hold, then send it back. Bend into the front knee and you're reaching through. Hands either holding in the prayer, pushing palms together, or allowing yourself to drop the head back and pull the shoulder blades together if your hands are behind. Take an inhale. And now lift the knee back up. Find your balance. Send it back. Exhale out and then turn to the center, bending the knees. This is the goddess pose. Maybe the hips come a little bit further back this time, pushing the hands together or really allowing yourself to fall back through grabbing the elbows. Big inhale. Exhale, pivoting around to the other side. Taking your time here when we're moving through the root chakra, it's all about slow and steady. Grounding is slow. It's very earth-like, which is slow and deliberate. So we push into our feet. We feel that opening through the hip. And then we lift the leg up. Woo. Find your balance. Take an exhale. Send it back. Drop it down. Stability and strength together. Palms together, keep the arms active, or pull onto the elbows and keep the stretch happening through the front and through the shoulder blades. And lifting up the leg again. Hold it here. Then drop it down, release the hands, give them a rotation here. And then we change sides. Right leg up. Find your balance, hands together. Exhale it back. Allowing the knee and hip and foot to come together, all moving at the same time. Hug the thighs together. Big inhale. And then exhale, moving around to the back of your mat. Goddess pose. Sink those hips. Send the hips back as far as you can. And then back to the front of the mat. Pivot around into this lunge position one last time. Just lengthen through the back of the leg. Notice if the calf is now stretching through the back of your ankle as well. Hands pushing together or opening the chest, sinking into it. Then inhale, slope that toe and bring it up through the knee. Send it back one last time. I am strong and stable. All my needs are met. And back up. Exhale it down, hands down, rotate through the wrists, inhale up. And exhale, forward fold. And step back through to your downward dog. Nice big exhale through the mouth here. And now we're going to transition through to the sacral, the place of fun, creativity and fertility. So let's just bend the knees and start to rock ourselves from side to side, twisting the knees to one side and the head to the other, rocking the body. The downward dog flow, side to side. Then bring it back to the center and just walk it out. Maybe you're a fast walker today, maybe you're a bit slow, maybe you're lingering through, stretching one heel down, and then through the knee. You know, get creative with it. What does the body need? You don't have to do exactly what I'm doing here. But if you are doing what I'm doing, let's take a downward dog squat, bending the knees and then straightening. Bending and straightening. And to play a little more, let's go downward dog kiss. Step the left foot towards the right in the center of the mat. Swing the right leg up to the sky, bend the knee, and then kiss it over to your right elbow. Then coming back up, kiss it over to the left, and back up. Drop it down, walk it out, downward dog, walking it out. Step the right foot to the center, left leg up to the sky, reaching, kiss it over, left elbow, and then over to the right. And then back to the sky, and down we come, walk it out, and then rock yourself down, child's pose, and just wave the body side to side, wiggle the fingers, rotate the wrists. And let's just do a little stretch for the body. Bring the right arm under the left, look under your left arm. Lengthen the right fingertips over your head and start to focus your attention on your lower back. Inhale here. And then exhale, reach it forward, head comes down, rock it from side to side. Get a bit of free flow into the hips. And then left arm comes under, we look under our arm, we reach the other arm over the head. Free flow. And then gently releasing and coming up to seated. And a little exhale. And slowly bring yourself back up to standing and coming with that wide stance. So from here, we're just going to flow through and allow ourselves just to go with the flow. This whole area is about flowing and allowing ourselves to be open to what comes. And notice those deep seeds of change that come through in resistance and try to flow with them. So let's inhale, bring the arms up, cross one wrist over the other, and then gently bring the hands behind your head and then sit down and push the invisible wall. Forward fold, hands down, walk the feet out, head comes down. Inhale, push the left hand into the ground, right arm up to the sky. Allow the feet to turn out a little more perhaps. Big circle through the arm and reach up. Change it over, go to the other side. Feet can turn out and change position slightly to be more comfortable. Big circle. Feel into this. Exhale the hand down, adjust the feet. Now place one hand on the other and imagine you're picking up a big heavy rock from the ground. Both hands pulled up to your belly. Then you turn the palms up, reach up, look up, freedom. And then exhale, hands swing behind you and you look down halfway. And then inhale, draw up your energy to your heart, fingertips touch, palms together. Close the eyes. And let's do that again. Inhale, arms up. Change the cross of the wrist this time. Exhale, hands behind your head, squeeze those shoulder blades. And then gently bend the knees, let the feet turn out, coming and push the invisible wall. Push your hips back. Exhale, swing it down, feet adjust, paralleling each other. Dropping it down, forward fold. Left hand to the ground, right hand up, let's reach it up, adjust the feet. 2 big circles this time, roll it around. Then reach it up, bring it down, change it over, adjust the feet as you raise the left arm up. Big circles, 2 big circles. Leave it up, bring it down, picking up our big heavy rock. Slowly draw it to your chest, then change the flip, open up, freedom, and exhale down, flipping through like a drinking bird. Then inhale, fingertips together, palms together, and draw the feet in. And then as you walk it all in, I want you to close down the eyes and imagine something fun that you enjoy. And you want to bring it into that pelvis, into the sacral area, lighting it up, and smile to yourself. I am here to have some fun. Big exhale. Let it wash down. Drawing up the energy through the feet into the root chakra, all the way into the sacral, bringing it through white light if that resonates. Feeling that sensation, perhaps some warmth in those areas of the root and the sacral. Inhale, and then exhale. Let's shake it out. Shake, shake, shake. Loosen everything up. Maybe swing the arms around. You can start to slap the back of the body. And then gently bringing the body around. Dancing is all part of sacral energy, so perhaps finding a nice dance class to move through this energy. All right, and then bring it back to center. And we're going to just tap on the thymus now. So thymus is that sternum area in the chest, so we're just tapping gently. Tap, tap, tap. You can go much harder if you like, but all around this area, we tap, we wake it up. Big inhales and exhales, moving into our heart energy now. Exhale, drop the hands down. Let's take a big inhale and slowly bring the arms up. And then exhale, forward fold. Come to your halfway lift. Forward fold again. Soften through the knees as you push into the floor, raising yourself up, bringing the arms up. Shifting the energy now as we soften through the heart, forward fold. Halfway lift. Forward fold again, and then roll it up, keeping everything soft as you go. Heart center is a little bit gooey. Let's go exhale down. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Roll it up. Go one more time. Soften it all down. Arms come down. Roll it through. Halfway lift. Forward fold. And all the way up, arms up. Take a breath and step yourself back to your downward dog. Last downward dog here, just allowing yourself just to breathe, pushing into your hands, allowing the fingertips to turn in any direction. Let the heart move towards the thighs. One more breath. And then exhale all the way down to child's pose. Send the hips back to the heels and drop it down. And take one breath with your hands forward, and then allow on the exhale to wrap around yourself. And moving into this space of self-love. Bringing in the energy towards you, allowing the heart to be the focus. And one more breath here. And as you exhale, bring yourself up and grab your blanket. And you want to open it up and then roll it into a sausage, just like this. It's a nice long sausage here, and place it just on the mat. So option one is to have it like this, and then for the pose you might go option two, depending on how you're feeling today. So gently just allowing it to be about a third of the way down the mat. And then come into your tabletop position. Keeping the knees and the hips in a line, you're going to walk your hands forward, drop your chest towards the blanket, readjusting. Head comes towards the floor, and then you'll notice if you need to roll the blanket over one more to make it thicker. And just staying here, allowing the heart to open, taking an inhale and an exhale, and just let yourself be here. Bringing the attention towards the heart center, and just walk the hands out a little wider. Lift the hip wrists off the ground and push into your fingertips. And then exhale, drop them down. And then settle in a place of stillness for a few more breaths, allowing the body to open. Let the weight of the body move onto the blanket here. And one last exhale, and gently walk yourself back to that child's pose position. You can keep the blanket underneath the head, or you can just push it away for now. Hands drop down. Give yourself a nice upside down hug. As we rest in the child's pose, we allow ourselves this space to feel into the heart center, the things about true desires, self-care and self-love. It's pulling up through the base chakra, through the sacral, things that we need, things that we desire, the fun of life, all the way up through the center into the heart to what we truly desire from what we want in our lives, all based around loving care. And now inhale, slowly bring yourself up to seated, and gently sitting either in the Caesar position or moving yourself into another comfy position. It's also nice to use the blanket here to sit on. You can place it underneath your hips or long ways here to be more comfortable. So we get comfortable and we allow ourselves to feel nice and long through our body, feeling that opening of the heart. You're going to place a hand on the belly, other hand on the heart center, and just closing down the eyes and feeling into your heart, the space of true desire, loving care, feeling the heart beating under the hand, allowing that connection in with yourself. What do I truly need to be content? What does my heart desire? Big exhale. And that's transition. Place the hands on the floor and just move through some neck circles. So leaning over to one shoulder, allowing that to settle with the fingertips on the ground. Let that gaze be soft. And you can bring the hand over to the temple and create a little bit more of a stretch if that feels right today. As we draw up through our heart and into our throat, we allow ourselves just to breathe into this area to open it up. And placing the hand around the back of the head and gently tilting the head down, stretching into the back of the neck and the shoulders. And placing the hand down and lifting the head up to the sky, opening the throat. Are we happy opening ourselves up to the world? Do we say what we mean? Do we say what our heart desires at the appropriate times? And dropping the head down, make any movement that feels good. And then slowly bringing the hand up, fingertips to the side. Feeling that opening on the opposite side, letting the gaze be soft as you open up your throat chakra through the neck. Move the hand around the back of the head and let it gently tilt the head down to the chest. And then remove the hand as you bring your neck up to the sky, opening the throat. Pulling up the heart's desires so you can speak them. Communicate what you truly want. And then exhale down and gently just make any movement that feels good here. Loosen that up. Okay, and just remove the blanket off to the side here. We're going to start moving through the shoulders, allowing ourselves to really continue to open down through here and bring this energy upwards as well. So coming back to your tabletop position, and you want to bring your left leg out to the side here. Left leg out, right arm forward and thread it through to drop down. You can leave the opposite hand in front of your face. You can bring it up to the sky if you like, or you can wrap it around. We're looking at now just opening up through the crown of the head to lengthen the neck, but also leaning into that right shoulder and opening the chest. So it's this connection of heart and throat together. Take an inhale. And then exhale, drop it down. Allow yourself a moment here just to roll up, leaving that leg extended to the side. Inhale the arms up over the head. And exhale, one hand down, one hand over the head. Feeling that opening through the side body. And let the neck turn in the direction that feels good. Notice if it goes up or down. Are you opening up, or do you need some time to draw back what you're saying, what you communicate? Inhale up. Place the hand down to the side and gently lean over, stretching the other side. Let's bring it up and through. Knee comes back in and just move around in a circle. Bring some of that sacral fun energy up and through. So we move through, send the hips back, maybe walk the body forward, drop the hips, and then move back around through a circle. And we just want to flow with this a little. Can we go with the flow and say what we mean with kindness at the appropriate time? Last little circle play. And let's go to the other side. So back to tabletop. Right leg out to the side this time. Left arm forward and thread it through. Drop it down. Bring the opposite arm up to the sky. You can leave it in front of your face if that feels better. You can wrap it around your back. Lengthen up through the crown of the head and allow the neck and shoulder to stretch for a moment. Nice big inhale and exhale. Really opening up the heart, opening up the throat, bringing in that energy up from the base and all the way through. Let's unravel and exhale out, leaving the leg extended. Walk yourself up. Pull yourself up here. Exhale, one hand down the leg, other hand over the head. Find where the neck feels good. Am I opening, or do I need to close it down a little? Or am I more in the middle and feeling that I like to be going with the flow with whatever comes? Don't need to do any more or any less. Inhale. Exhale, let's lengthen. Turn the head again, find where it feels nice. I go with the flow. Let's exhale back, draw that leg in. Going in the other direction, find your circles, find your play, find what feels nice, loosening the body up, bring it around. Any kind of movement here is what we want. Be in your playful mode. And last circle of a kind. And then come back to tabletop. Grab your blanket again. Place it just a quarter of the way down the mat this time, and come onto the belly, placing the blanket underneath the chest and into Sphinx pose. As we come into Sphinx pose, we want to allow the lower body to shift down, so just wiggle it back. Open the legs out a little wider to give your lower back some more space, and we want to open the throat. So nothing too jarring with the body, but it's more just the lifting and the gaze. Looking up, being ready for the world, opening ourselves up to the world. Feel the stretch in the throat, close down the eyes. We'll stay here for a few breaths. Let yourself lean into that blanket. Imagine that you're drawing energy up through your feet, through the inside of the thighs, to the pelvis in the base, up through the chakra of the base, the sacral, through to your heart, and up to your throat. You're infusing white light energy all the way up to this area. And anything that comes out of your mouth now is in alignment with your higher purpose, your intention for being here. Exhale, close the throat first, chin to chest. And then slowly remove your blanket, bring yourself all the way down, head on the hands. Let's take a little rest. Just breathing gently, allow yourself just to be still, body in alignment. Big inhale and exhale here. You are free. You say what you mean with love and care. Now breathe into your back, expanding, and then slowly start to push yourself up to a sitting position. We have two options for the next pose. So the next pose, you can simply bring the blanket underneath your knees. Get yourself comfortable, and then, so double up today, I think. So we want to be nice and cozy so that nothing is really pulling at all. And then you can walk forward and drop your head down. So we want to close the throat. Right, so option 1 is here. Option 1 is here. Second option is more of an inversion. So if your body is feeling the need to go upside down, then we can come into this position. Make sure the head is nice and long, and the neck is nice and long. You push into your hands, make sure the head and shoulders don't move, and you lift your knees up, and then lift yourself up and over. And just hover in this position. Let the body decide if it wants the knees to be here, or if you're touching the floor. So I'm going to go here. And once you get into your position, you want to allow yourself to focus on closing the throat down. So if you're rolling forward, you'll be closing the throat down, chin to chest. If your legs are going over your head, then you're going to gently just tuck the chin. Wherever you are, the focus is the same. Close down and bring in what you need to bring in, so it doesn't go out to the world. We all need our own private words and thoughts. The inner world can stay the inner world. Doesn't need to go out to everyone. Now, if you're going upside down, you're going to take 3 breaths and then come back down safely, hands underneath the hips, and lay on your back. If you're rolling forward, you're going to stay a little bit longer, and allow yourself just to be a heavy weight of the upper body. So wherever you are, just take your breaths. I draw in what I need. This is my inner world. And now everyone's starting to transition to lay on your back, hands by your sides. And let the body rest in a neutral position, letting the throat be natural now. Again, drawing the energy up through your feet, soles of the feet, inside the thighs, to the base of the body, all the way up through the center to the heart, into the throat, and then out through the mouth, bringing up the energy to feel safe and comfortable, to be free in your own body-mind, doing what your heart's desire and speaking in alignment with your purpose. Now we are going to transition to the Yoga Nidra. So you are welcome to stay right here. You can also grab your blanket, place it underneath your knees. And if you feel like you'd like to grab a pillow and an extra blanket, then you can do that now. But really, the one blanket for either under the knees or under the head or over the body. It depends how much comfort you would like today. So make sure that you pause the video if you need and go grab anything else, otherwise just using that one blanket. So in today's Yoga Nidra, we are going to set a Sankalpa. The Sankalpa is a short positive statement in the present tense that expresses the heart's desire or heartfelt resolve. For example, I am happy or I am calm. We're going to plant the Sankalpa in the subconscious mind in the karmic body so we can help transform ourselves and our lives in intentional ways. Isn't not something we want to think about. It's about drawing into that heart energy and then allowing it to settle in your throat, in your sacral, and in your root chakras where it feels appropriate. So we want to allow the mind to take a back seat and keep in contact with our heart and be in the heart's calling of what feels right. So through here, we want to get ready to discover your Sankalpa. So make any final adjustments with your clothing, your jewelry that might distract you. Making sure that the props are exactly as you like. And just checking for any lumps or bumps in the surface beneath you that might distract you. And if you find any, just adjust them. Making yourself comfortable for this Sankalpa discovery, and once more, comfortable sinking in. This is an experience taking you deep into the heart to discover your Sankalpa, your heart's desire or heartfelt resolve. A Sankalpa is something we use in Yoga Nidra to help us manifest things in our lives. It's a short statement in the present tense, something like, I am whole, I am healthy, I accept myself as I am. In this experience, you're going to discover what your heart's desire is. If you try to decide or think your way through your Sankalpa, it won't hold as much power. A Sankalpa needs to come from the heart. Allow the mind to surrender so the heart can be heard. Let go of any ideas about what you should want to allow the message of what you do want to naturally arise. Let go of thinking your way through and shift to feeling, relaxing your body. Taking some deep breaths, adjusting any body parts you need to become completely comfortable. Allow yourself to feel fully supported so you can completely sink in. As you start to settle in, notice the difference that is behind the movement, the stillness that is there, and allow yourself to settle into that stillness, deeply letting go to gravity. Nothing to think about. This isn't a thinking practice, it's a feeling practice. Nothing to think, simply feeling. Listening with your whole body, allowing the words to be received energetically rather than mentally. Now becoming aware of the breath in the nostrils. Feel the cool air coming in and notice the warm air going out. Notice each breath, cool on the inhalation and warm on the exhalation. Notice also that as you inhale, your abdomen rises, your chest rises. And as you exhale, the abdomen falls and the chest falls. Inhaling, abdomen rises and chest expands. Exhale, abdomen falls and chest falls. Allowing awareness now to start to drop down from the head into the body. Awareness dropping down from the head down into the heart center. bring awareness to the heart center. Feel all awareness coming to the heart center. And right now, shift from thinking to feeling. Let go of everything you think you know. Breathe in and allow golden glowing light to arise at the heart center. Breathing in beautiful glowing light. Allow the heart space to fill up with that beautiful golden light. Each breath, more and more of that beautiful glowing light at the heart center. Feeling the heart center. Heart is so filled with glowing light that it cannot be contained. Allow it to spill out, flowing out to all parts of your body. Beautiful glowing light, flowing out in all directions, to the arms, the legs, and beyond. So much light, a never-ending stream flowing out. Beautiful glowing light flowing out from the heart center to all parts of the body and beyond. Now bring awareness back to the heart center, the epicenter of this flowing light. Awareness of the light at the heart center. Allow the image of a person, a place, or an activity you dearly love to arise in that glowing light at the heart center. A person, a place, or an activity that lights you up, that makes you feel alive. Don't think too much. Anything that lights you up. Allow the image to arise in the heart space and then absorb those positive feelings. Allow those feelings to fill you up with joy, feeling it in every pore of your being. Absolute joy. Now in that radiant warmth of joy, that loving light, that stream of unlimited potential at the heart center, ask yourself, what do I deeply desire? What is my heart calling me to? What spontaneously arises? No need to think, just feel. If your mind interrupts, just ignore. Allow the heart to speak freely. Imagine yourself being or doing the thing that your heart deeply desires. What does it look like? How does it sound? How are you? Don't second guess. Try to see it in as much detail as you can, vividly. Now, what is the feeling? How do you feel? Put it into a few key words in the present tense as your sankalpa. I am or I have. And check again with those specific words. Are they really lighting you up, or is it not quite right yet? Repeat the words in your mind and notice the feeling. Does it fully resonate in that space of absolute joy and light? If not, try to make sure it's just right. adjusting the words in any way you need. And if it is just right, rest in that beautiful feeling. If you've gotten lost, go back to that sensation of joy throughout every aspect of your being. Repeat the Sankalpa and check to see that it fully resonates, that the joy remains as full and not dimmed in any way. Perhaps the joy even expands more. Now resting in the feeling of your Sankalpa for a few moments here. Allow it to sink in deeply, permeating every part of your being. Resting in the beautiful, joyful feeling of your Sankalpa now. Now bringing your awareness back to your breath, notice the breath in the nostrils, cool on the in-breath, warm on the out-breath. Notice the subtle movement in the body as you breathe. You can make those movements larger now by taking a deep breath. Feeling the movement breaking up the stillness. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Stretching your body from head to toe when you're ready. And then slowly rolling yourself to your right side. Taking a few breaths here. And once again, recall the Sankalpa if you were able to discover one. If not, try again another time. Carry your Sankalpa into your day or into your sleep. You can come back to it anytime. Knowing that the Sankalpa will be manifested, feeling it deeply. And now slowly, keeping the eyes closed or the gaze soft, bring yourself up to a comfortable seated position. And then just placing the hands on the back of the legs, palms facing up, bring your ring finger and thumb together. This is the grounding energy. So you want to ground the energy of the practice through the body. Ground that Sankalpa into the body-mind. And just breathe in here. Breathing into your low belly, middle belly, all the way up to the top of the collarbones. When you reach capacity, pause at the top. Then exhale, low belly, middle belly, lungs deflating down, emptying out. Pause at the bottom of the breath. Inhale again, low belly, middle belly, all the way up. Pause at the top. Then exhale, squeeze it out from the bottom to the top. Emptying out and pause. Inhale again, sense of calmness, alignment of the body's chakras. Pause at the top, all my needs are met. Exhale, I go with the flow of life. Pause at the bottom. Inhale, I follow my heart's desires. Pause at the top. Exhale, I speak my truth. I say what needs to be said at the appropriate time with kindness. Empty out. Last inhale. Fill yourself up with renewed energy, to your capacity, then pause. And then exhale, final release of anything stuck in the body or stagnant. Let it go. And pause. And let the breath return back to its natural state. We'll close the practice together with an Om and 3 Shantis. Join in if you like. Inhale to Om. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And just releasing the fingers, bringing the hands together, heart center, bowing to yourself in gratitude for the time spent on the mat, time giving back to yourself and your body-mind. Gratitude to the space that you're in, being able to do your practice. Grateful for this area. And gratitude to one other being that you wish to send it to now. And then bringing the head and shoulders back up, softly opening the eyes. And thank you for practicing with me today. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day.